Hi guys, this is a guy here, and currently I remember I have a Metalborg deck for Dimension Police. That it is actually viable, kinda. Then again, its main game plan is going heavy Duke and push hard. But then again, the main problem of Metalborgs is that you only have 4 heavy Dukes. But main problem is the first tried heavy Duke tends to do nothing except give crit. So we have this guy, which is Guilt Digger. His skill is when placed, flip a Metalborg stride. So you will flip himself to do one of two things. One, if you have 2 heart cards, this gets plus 20,000 power and 1 crit, which means your this does heavy duke staying as a first stride if you are already Legion. Its second skill is if you're not already Legion, you will be in Legion. But sadly, it already misses timing with the skill that you want, but it'll fix you up so you don't have to waste a turn to Legion, which is great. You don't waste a turn to Legion. And we have X Tiger, which is a crit, but only if you are able to push it to 45,000 power, which is pretty hard to do in a deck that is not Gallop or a deck that has consistent gives power, which this deck no longer does because I changed the grade 1 lineup to make it a little bit more consistent in riding the correct grade 3. But it's here because like what other card is like X Gallop. But problem is X Gallop is you won't be able to use its skill because you need to be a certain power threshold to actually use it. Then there's Madu, which is our filler slash. Since our deck is Legion based, we will get a free grade 3. So when we discard a card, which is like a Stride Fighter or grade 3, we get the grade 3 back. The only way this won't happen is your opponent is Narukami, which nobody plays anymore, or Deleters, which very few people play because people still play Link Joker, but they prefer the Chaos build or the Messiah build, but still useful. Then the last 2 slots is Harmonic Messiah, which is our unlocker. I really need to dedicate a video for that now. And start. Okay, well, that I should like do a screenshot of this card. There we go, screenshot it. Then I'll just explain the skill or something the side by side when I do finally make a video. I'm step by step making the video. Then we have Sinbuster, which is our main, right? His skill is when he's 3,000 or greater, he becomes a glory. Which is kinda easy since he's already 20,000 base already as is when you do skill, because Legion combines the mate's power, which is like 9k, and the Vanguard's power, which is 11k, to form 20,000. And if you have a booster, it reaches like, if you have like 8k booster, it reaches 28, and it gets plus 2k, or you use one of the cards that gives power, which we do have. But he's our main, right? Because his glory skill is a backup just in case we run out of heavy duke. Which is a very good chance we will run out of heavy dukes. We only have 4 heavy dukes. Then we have Baron Grader, which is our ride fixer. Skill is turn +1, soul +1. You superior ride a card with Legion from your deck. It decreases your grade 3 cards, but it fixes your ride. That's why he's a 4 of. Besides the fact, I don't have 4 copies of Dryon. I actually have to craft that Dryon that you saw there in the deck list. That card was supposed to be the vanilla, the 10k Legion card. Okay. Then this other Rigger skill, which is pretty useful to Legion early, which is to Vanguard Metalborgs, Soul +1 to give this unit plus 2k power. It helps you want to Legion early, so when the deck was at its heyday, it was pretty good. Then we have Dryon. Skill is it's 30,000 great, gets a crit, and on hit has retire card. Not that useful, but it's still playable. But you don't really ride him. You prefer riding Sinbuster. Then we have 4 copies of Sinbuster's Mate, which has a skill, which makes it useful for Legion decks. Which is skill is gives plus 4,000 power when the Vanguard Legions, and it gains a skill where it retires when it attacks. So pretty good. Pretty good. But problem is you need to have these cards first on the field, then you Legion. So you need to remember that. Then we have the 12k beater, which is the mate of Dryon. We have Russell Blizzard, because that's our only way to gain power, which is counter plus 1, plus 4,000 to your Vanguard, and another 4,000 if it's in Legion. Because you're gonna give the another 4,000 to another unit, which majority of the time is its Legion mate. Then blocking Barrow, which is our 11k intercept if we are in Legion, our 11k beater if we are in Legion. And its skill is when your Vanguard's attack combos to increase the power of your Vanguard by the current power of this unit, which is another power increaser. But I put 11k beater because it's okay. Then we have counter charging PG because we counter blast a lot. Stride fodder because Metalborg doesn't have its own stride fodder, so we don't rely on Gallop. Then this card, which replace the card which gives power for plus 4 Soul Blast, which means we consume too much counter blast in this deck for power. But it fixes our ride. Like for example, you're grade 1, then you're grade 2. Use this at your grade 2 turn. You have no way. You don't have enough cards to do the play with Black Boy. So you use this card to fix your ride. Just in case you don't have, just in case you want to just pay a Soul Blast instead of a Counter Blast and Soul Blast for Black Raider. But then again, Black Raider is a useless card if you're not going first. If you're going second, it's useless to have him. So that's why we run 3 copies of this guy. Then we have Yonbot, which is Counter Blast gives the Vanguard on hit draw, and it becomes a free if it's in Legion. So try use this when you're in Legion, which is great. Black Boy, this is a different fight pick. He made his deck profile on that, and he picked this one because it's like a high risk, high return. Because it's like the risky part is that this card just becomes a 5k booster because in the end you no longer use it. But the best play is like you can Legion early, so you can go with Heavy Duke first, or you can go with our Digger for the crit first turn. So either way, 9 draws, 4 heals since we don't have enough draw early game. For it, and we have Stark as our finisher. Like majority of decks require Stark. Like in Stargate, like Link Joker requires Stark because like they don't have a real finisher. Real finisher like Glue Ball is kind of like a finisher, and Altani, but not really because it's like it doesn't do anything to force your opponent to guard multiple times in a turn. That's why Zark is there. Same, don't know about Messiah because Messiah has like a hell turn or combo play. But then again, I don't know about the new Messiah. I'm trying to figure it out because I have like the cards for the new Messiah. Then deleters is still just Egorg. Egorg's your win con, except you can delete your Vanguard more consistently now with the new cards. And Dimension Release, there's like 3 or possibly 4 main builds, which is first build is like Enigma, which is kind of hard. Enigma tried to replace Gallop, but they failed. And Gallop is still the main generic, the main play you do. Then there is Dimension Robo, which nobody plays because its main game plan doesn't go well with its Stride game plan. Because its Stride game plan calls grade 3s. And we didn't have a grade 3 Dimension Robo that turns grade 3 cards into, what was it again? Into intercepts or something, or give shield power. If we had that, it would have made Dimension Robo better, but they don't have it. So in Dimension Robo, you're still stuck with the Great Dai Kaiser Legion as your main, right? Or you go with the triple drive Dai Kaiser the combo play with Dai Kaiser to hope you do something, but like 2 counter blast intensive, and you're basing it on RNG, which requires you to so scary. And it doesn't stack, which is another sad thing. It doesn't stack. So if you pull two grade threes, your opponent must cannot grab with three BGs. Only it's still two because it doesn't stack. And sadly, by the looks of it, we're striding first, and we can't do anything because our grade threes are crappy. Should have get four copies of Dryon, but I'm running out of mats for Dimension Police. That's the thing. Because like Dryon would still be a good. That's why it's the backup ride. These are Gators are ride fixer, but we really hope and pray that we can get Zinbuster or Dryon because it's like, Dagger will be kind of useless as a first ride because we can't fix our heart state at all. The reason why we run draws, we can't be fun. Maybe you can run draws if you have like Dryon or something. Okay, I ride this card now. This is also another sad thing like with Black Boy is that you need to run 4 copies of each of the cards that can Legion. Like 4 copies of Urbuster, 4 copies of the 12k beater, 4 copies of the 10k vanilla. If you want to maximize Black Boy's ability to be used. But the 10k vanilla is a 10k vanilla. The 11k intercept actually replaces the 10k vanilla. Technically speaking, I can replace who's that guy? Russell Blizzard Blizzard for the 10k vanilla because it's like the 11k beater replaces Blizzard because it gives a counter +1. But you want more power, so you can try and go first stride X Tiger. Like X Tiger is like the only good play right now I have. Yeah. So many ways. Like I see this deck now, I see its weaknesses. But in the end, I show this deck not for you guys to copy, for me to show to myself that okay, let's check. I can't do anything with this. Have to ride. No stride because I have to fix myself first. I have to literally fix myself, so there's that. Okay, turning this card. Okay. Activate one more time. Legion. Then I swing. I already another great aspect of this Inbuster is that I can, what can you do? I can get to draw a card, which means I can get more pieces and stuff. But it's like, I have to. I want to activate the skill. Activate this card skill. It does nothing. Activate this card skill. Get +2k. Oh, draw. Don't activate it because it's like this card's only usable if you're gonna try and push. I'm only pushing him to 4 this turn, but then again that means Heavy Duke is already online. Heavy Duke is not online. Technically it will be online if my opponent doesn't put an intercept. And the thing is, Shadow Paladin weakness is Glory decks because it's like they run 5 grade 3s at best. 4 grade 3s at minimum. The reason I can say that confidently is because like they run Belial Owl. Belial Owl. So they can recycle that, and without that, they tend to deck out quickly. Decks that can deck out quickly requires cards that can recycle, which forces them to consume their trigger slots Which is why, uh, decks that have less than 13 grade 3s are scared, but the 4 heal guards might protect them. But thing is, power! But sadly, this is a 9k card now because like it only works if you're Vanguards and Legion. And once you stride, it no longer becomes Legion, so there's that. So I'm going with Digger for the first stride. Or I'll go Madu. I'll go Madu. No wait, I can't go Madu. Because I have no grade 3s. Madu's only usable if you have grade 3s in your drop zone. Madu's skills is if your Vanguard is 10k base or lower. When you're Legion, you have a 10k base or lower Vanguard because that's the mate. You can activate Madu's skill to get the grade 3 back from your drop zone. Which is pretty great. Then, double retire front row. That's the only useful aspect of this card. That's why it's a GR because it gives Shadow Paladin a play to swing at least 2 damage a turn on their first stride. That's the only reason why it's good. Other than that, its second skill that gives huge amount of power. Nobody really cares about that. I have a cost for ultimate stride by the looks of it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I really have to go with Digger. Because I have to deal 2 damage. I have to deal a lot just to equalize. Right, skip go with Digger because Digger can actually give me a crit. Unlike X Tiger because X Tiger requires you X Tiger skill is gives plus 4 touch for each face up card in your G zone. For that to happen, 26. 1 face up. When activate the skill. 30. 34. 38. 42. 46. You need to be at GB6 for it. You need to be GB6 for it. I still have 2 heal stuff in my deck. I got first stride, but wasn't able to first stride. I just first Legion. Don't give power. Sorry, 26. And it's not like I'll gain a crit to push even more. It's just stuff. Pushing you to 4 damage. Oh, I healed, which is nice. One SR's away. 2. I don't know why people run this card. What does this card do, anyways? Original 3-1 play, so top 5 card for deck, and you may call grade 1 or less. If you call the card ritual, this unit gets plus 2000 till end of turn. If it's grade 1, this unit gets 3000. Gets another 3000. Turn, put the card called by the fact at the bottom of your deck. Is it free at least? It is free. It is free. It fills up your board. What's like Ritual 5 though? Let's check it. It is. Oh, it's Ritual 3. But the deck is kind of full. We have like 8 slots already for Shadow Paladin, which is Slaptail Dragon and Morfessa. That's right. We only have like 5 open slots, and some people run the main or the other one who's 9k base. But the main's better because because the main's generic. But then again, some people might run more cards that are not GB, not that more ritual cards to allow the other guy that you can use instead of the main, but has the same skills in the main, which isn't GB lock, I think. That's the only advantage of the main. She's not GB locked. Oh my! 26,000 power. I am 21,000, so everything doesn't hit anymore or it's Silgarn range. I'll survive this turn. It's the next turn that's a bit scary now. Like, how have they been striding? Like, they have one, they have two grade 3s out from their 5. They have two grade 3s out of their 5 out. So that means, what are the chances that one of them, technically speaking, if they're a smart player, they would already have one in hand at least. This is a heal guard. Then the Vanguard's first swing is a PG or heal guard. It is a heal guard range, even if they get trigger, which might cost them the game. But wait, I have 2 PG, so oh well. Giving the power to the rear guard and hoping for the best. Does this stand trigger give power? It's counted as 2. And that's it. It's just counted as 2. By the mere fact they have, that means they only have 4 grade 3s in their deck. That's you always run 4 copies of Belial. They might even have less grade 3s in their deck. I mean, if I go heavy Duke, it's like GG for them. The stand does nothing. The power. Wait. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. This card can activate this card's skill to retire this guy to call back row here. He could bring this enough to do an actual damage. He can bring it enough. This why this card is a must now in Duard. Ugh. And he has an Ezra's. Which means he has 2 PGs out. Wait, why does he only says 1 crit is out? Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3. 3 grade 3s are out. 3 freaking grade 3s are out. Which means there's a very good chance my opponent doesn't have it. Doesn't have a grade 3 in hand. Give it power. I'll just give it power just for, you know, because things like the scary part now would be can discard Legion. I mean, then can discard. Now the scary part of this is like can this deck like does my opponent have enough heal guards? I don't. Now the problem is like does my opponent have enough heal guards to block 40,000 base power? Can he block 40,000 power? 45, 50,000 power. His last grade 3. He doesn't have his last grade 3. We won, boys. We won. Or girls, just in case. Thing is, I don't know about my analytics. I know like some of my family members are subscribed, like my mom and my sister. That's mostly because I made their account subscribe to it. But then again, it's like that's how you start as a small YouTuber. You get your families and friends to subscribe. They don't need to watch your videos and stuff. But it's completely opposite of Twitch. I just streamed there and people just followed. Huh. And I tried making a Kick account. It failed because it requires me to send in a code and it doesn't send it to me via email. And I copied paste. Maybe because my email is connected to Twitch or something. So I need to use a different email. Because it's like Twitch might fail, but then again, Twitch is sponsored by Amazon. It's like Amazon is too big to fail. So Twitch is like their loss leader, anyways. It's just their loss because like what does Amazon have that is just type of social media? They have like Amazon Prime and whatever Hulu is. I think Hulu's Disney or something, or whatever streaming service that Amazon has. That's it. And I'm talking about something else. It's not about the deck. Sheesh. This is why like my deck profile videos ended up becoming like short clips of streams because it's like that's what you normally do in stream. You talk out of topic, but in the end, like we've defeated the deck. That's his problem. Like glory decks, check the meta, check the number one deck, how many greenish they run in that deck. If they run less than 9, bring a deck that can do a glory like Maelstrom. Maelstrom is a very good deck. I have made 2 deck profiles about it, and they're my most watched deck profile videos. One is 400 plus, the other is close to 800. It might break 1000, but then again, it's an old video, so it won't get as recommended as much. But then again, Maelstrom is a very good deck in Vanguard Zero. You just need to play a certain playstyle and you're good. Because you just need to make sure you ride Lordly, so you can use Engulf and Disaster as your first ride, or Admiral as your first ride, which has a crit. Because it's like Disaster versus Admiral is a very I'm talking about other clans besides Metalborgs right now. I'm moving the PG. Hope to get a better grade one. I did not get a better grade one. I will have to hard. I have to hard ride. And thing is, the opposite advantages is like, oh my gosh, I'm going second. I'm going second, which means I need a grade 3. Okay, I should have kept the grade 1 so I can activate discard skill instead. So I can, call it to do stuff. Oh well, the more you know, boys, the more you know. Or girls. And as of this video, it is June 10. Okay, my PG came back. Okay, I will write the PG. Hope for the best. Call this card here. Let's go and place the top 4 cards of your deck. I'll do it in my grade 2 turn because like you should only use Jet Cider on your G2 turn, because by grade 2 you know whether or not you can use other spells. You can either use Black Boy if you want to do a high risky play, or you can do Cider just to check. And it's another Shadow Paladin deck. This time will they run at least, is that a heal guard? Is that a heal trigger? This is an actual heal trigger. They don't run heal guards. Then again, it's like because of certain decks that bypass heal guards, having heal guards in your deck is just a minus now, because they're just like, heal guards are useless as units because of the regular Baleful Repressor and other cards. So yeah. Okay. Don't give power. Calling this card here. Activate skill for Soul Blast. Oh my! Oh my! It's not a guaranteed. Oh well. Oh well, I have this guy anyways next, so I can just force myself to ride Sinbuster, or I'll ride Dryon instead, because like Dryon has a crit, and I have this card here which will bring him 31,000. And I have these 2 cards here to give power. So either way, I can push my opponent with 1 crit. Either I'll go Digger, or I'll go Dryon, like Dryon 3 from Build Fighters Try. I still feel sad that they didn't continue the Build Fighters universe. Instead, they turned it into Build Fighters multiverse. Because Build Divers and Build Divers Re-Rise is part of the multiverse of Build Fighters. Still feel sad about that. Build Fighters was nice. But thing, they have more grade 3s now. This is like, why? Maybe they thought they can reuse Ezra's skill. Ezra's skill doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that. What she does instead is no stride. Activate this card. Calling this card here. Calling this card here. Yes. Activating skill. Calling Dryon. Okay, don't have. Okay, run 2 copies of 12k beater. So PG, this, and this. My Vanguard will gain at least a huge power. Okay. Swing with 11,000. Yeah, got the trigger, oh well. Thought I could have pushed for a guard. Oh well. Sadly, this has retire resist. This card is pointless, and damn, this activates before that. That's one. Okay, how many grade 3s are there? Like, how many grade 3s are in this deck? Like, one, two. That's already 3. That's 5 grade 3s already out. That's already 5 grade 3s out. And he still has like 2 more grade 3s that are guaranteed. That is 1 more grade 3 that's guaranteed because he just discarded their 3rd copy of Dragfall Luard. And they're going Drag Driver instead. But like the other one was like better though. Because you can retire 2 cards in the front row. Like Drag Driver is not the ideal first stride. But he is there because it's like, yeah, that's not the ideal first stride though. It's the new one. It's the new one that's the ideal first stride because you get double retire in turn 1 and I have an 11k intercept. So he has to call an 11k beater or something that can reach over 11k to deal me 2 damage. And that's another grade 3. That's another grade 3 and he has only 1 heal guard left in his hand. Because this is already all the heals that are out. All the heals are out. He only has 1 grade 3 left in his deck. Literally 1 grade 3. Because 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 heals. He has 4 heals in his deck that are out. And the extra heal is his heal guard. And last but not least, he only has 1 copy left of his. He has 0. Okay, GG's. I win. Unless I win now. I literally win now. I literally win now. Because it's like Heavy Duke is game now. Because it's like he has no heal triggers. He literally has no heal triggers in his deck. He literally has no heal triggers in his deck. The only thing I need to do is just top deck a power gainer card. Oh well, calling the 12k beater. Calling this card here. And swing for game. He has no more grade 3s. He literally has no more grade 3s. He has, oh my gosh, he has another grade 3? That surprised me. That freaking surprised me. He had another grade 3 all along? Oh my gosh, person, you run like more grade 3s. You run the extra Luard? Oh my gosh, I forgot the extra Luard because it's like he runs heal guards. heal. Grade 3. Grade 3 heals. That has officially costed me the game. Not really, that was a correct play. He just deserves the win. Because, yeah, he just deserves the win here. I thought I was gonna win. But now, it's no longer the case. Let's check this card's second skill. All your front row units get plus 10,000 power for every 4 grade 1 cards in your drop zone. And how many grade 1 cards are there right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 cards in his drop zone now. He can call Ezra's. Oh, he chooses not to activate it. He has soul, so he can choose to activate it right here. He can choose to activate it here. If he chooses to activate it, he kinda wins here. Oh my gosh, the entire front row gets plus 10,000 power. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. The timer might say, but wait, no, it does nothing. Oh my gosh, look at all those boosts. Oh, timer! The timer saved me. I should have lost that game. But the time saved me. The timer literally saved me. Thank you, timer. This is why you need to play fast in Vanguard 0 in rank. You think too much, you consume too much time. Thinking is detrimental to Vanguard 0. At least thinking too much. Don't activate the skill, even if I'll draw a card. Too risky, and the opponent just give up. They deserve that win. But they played too slowly, which is a skill. Playing fast and playing well is a skill in Vanguard 0. And I used to play 3 accounts at the same time. You can look at my VODs. You can look at my YouTube channel, which by mere fact you're watching this, it means you have clicked on this video, which means like and subscribe and comment if you feel sad this wasn't shown during the last month of 0, because I am posting this around July 4th, so happy Independence Day for Americans. And did you know, fun fact, in the Philippines we were supposed to have July 4th as our Independence Day as well, but they changed it or something to what is our current Independence Day. And thank you for watching the video. And that guy should be very salty because the timer cost him the game. And thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.